Okay, there we go. Let me let everybody still in. Okay, so while we getting started and letting everybody in, hello, my name is Kathy. I'm from a small town in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. Maybe you can let me know in the comment box, where you are tuning in from. So if you're live, let me know where you are from. And if you're watching the replay, comment below and on the replay and tell me where you are from too. Okay, let me just let the last few people in over here. Okay, let's have a look. I've got Stephanie from Cape Town. Oh, we've got KZN, Belito, Jackie from Joburg, Durban, Joburg, Kate from Pokavani. We have got Cape Town. Very cold Cape Town. I know this weather has been really awful, hasn't it, lately? Okay, I just want to let the rest of the people in over here. Port Elizabeth in the house. Oh, you're just down the road from me. I'm from Port Alfred, so you're kind of just really close to where I live, 150 k's away. Okay. Okay, and I have muted everybody so that we don't get any playbacks over there, but you will have a chance to ask questions in the chat box. You're also able to ask me some questions afterwards. So as we go, just be really interactive and as we go. So we have Hanif from Durban and we have Joburg in the house. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, hello everybody. I'm super excited that you're here tonight. Whether you are completely new, you have already applied, or maybe you've even joined one of my previous boot camps. This training is going to help you understand what might actually be stopping you from getting hired. And tonight is all about identifying maybe what's not working, what you've been doing that's not working, and understanding what companies are actually looking for when you apply to get hired. Okay, so let's start here. Tell me in the chat box, have you already applied um, to online teaching companies before? Just let me know yes or no, or you're still thinking about it. Let's have a look where everybody is. Okay, so we have not yet, quite a few not yets and no's, and one or two yeses, some procrastinating. Okay, good. We all have that. Okay, yes, not yet. Yes, I have applied, but still need to do a demo. Okay. If you're watching the replay, pop it into the comment section. If you have applied or if you haven't applied, not yet, as I'm in the getting rejected. I've tried, but I don't know how to do a demo lesson. Okay. No, no, no. So we have quite a lot of no's here, getting rejected. Okay. Okay, so it's nice to know where everybody is at. Hi, Judith, and you haven't applied yet. Okay. Been over a month, still no students on Preply, and my profile score in all shows above 100%. Okay, sometimes on Preply, you just have to redo your introduction video. Even if your profile, everything shows that you've done 100%, sometimes you just need to tweak a few little things to make it stand out. I've applied but was rejected, and Chantal says not yet. Have any of you been on my previous boot camps before? Maybe pop in. I've been before, or I'm brand new, just so that I know who we have here tonight. I haven't really recognized any of your names. Brand new, brand new, new, brand new, first time, brand new. Okay, great. We've got a whole lot of new people today. New, new, new. Okay. I've been before. Great. I'm glad you're here again. Melanie, that is. Okay. New, new, new. I've been before. Lucille. Okay. Great. Okay. So most of you are new and haven't been here before. Karibo, been before. simply where I'm new here. I don't know where to start and when to start teaching online, brand new and excited. That's good. It's great. It's great to be excited. Okay. A lot of people, when they first start, feel like really super overwhelmed. So it's good to have that bit of excitement as well. Okay. So before we start, I want to pop my YouTube channel link in there. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel before, go pop there quickly, subscribe to it because the replays are all going to be on there. And there's a whole lot of information on the YouTube channel, like all the info about, I can see lots of you are new. There's a whole playlist on TEFL, like different TEFL companies, what to look out with TEFL, how to get started with the TEFL. So those of you that haven't done the TEFL certificate, it's worth going and watching all those the playlist about the TEFL. There's also a lot of info about mistakes people make when teaching. And so this is kind of a go-to for you guys when you are getting started. Okay, so definitely pop over to the YouTube channel now. Quickly, just hit that subscribe button so that you've got it. Because with the bootcamp, we're going to be doing replays on there, and I promise you, you're going to find a lot of info on there that you're going to find helpful. So I'm trying to build up that channel to really make it a wealth of info for you guys. Okay, so that's the YouTube channel, and let's get going. Okay, so those of you that said yes, you have already applied. There weren't very many of you. Some of you did, and some of you said no. Okay, so if you did apply to teach online, did you get a response? And if you said no, what's stopping you from applying? Okay, so let's think about those two things. If you said no, you haven't applied yet, what is stopping you from applying? And if you said yes, did you get a response and what was your response like? I want tonight to be like really interactive. So you'll see you have to do a bit of work over here because that's how you learn best, right? And especially in the online space. It's not just sitting by silently, but it's actually participating and taking control of where you're going to be going. Okay, so I want to understand where everybody is at now. Okay, so just so that I know how to build on it for over the next few days. Okay, so no TEFL certificate yet. Don't know how to apply. Still busy with TEFL. I don't understand the process yet. Okay, I've got to apply, but they needed me to have backup power. Okay, that's the thing with being in South Africa. Keep getting rejected. I've been redoing my introduction videos, but no luck. Okay, maybe there's just something you're missing there. Not yet. TEFL certificate needed. Not really happy with my demo introduction video. Proved I'm properly, but no students yet. I have my certificate, but need help with applying. I've received a reply from my 2 applications. I'm still busy with the introduction videos. I don't know what is needed and where to apply. I only have a Bachelor of Education. Okay, so for those of you that don't have that TEFL certificate yet, hop over to the YouTube channel at some stage and go and watch those videos about TEFL. They'll be very helpful to you. Okay. And also because you don't want to just jump into certain TEFL certificates and then they're not recognized by companies when you apply. Okay. So you don't want to go and do like a scam TEFL certificate and then you've wasted all your time. Been teaching in a classroom, just got back home from UAE, tried applying online, no reply yet. Have a certificate, problems with resume. Introduction video, have applied to Cambly, I'm guessing, and Preply have been rejected. Okay, so there's a lot of you that need to do a lot of work to get going. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so some of the reasons, the truth about getting hired. Most people don't have a knowledge problem. Like a lot of time, we know what we're wanting to do and we know about everything. But often we have an action problem, or we have a confidence problem, or we have an application problem. Okay, a lot of people think that you just need more information and more information and more information. But then you don't actually take that information and you don't go and put it into practice, okay? So what I want you guys to really do is whatever info you're getting now, I want you to really put it into practice. most people already know that they need a resume, they need an introduction video, that they need to apply, but we often sit there and we overthink, don't we? Or we are scared and we lack the confidence to do something. We have weak applications because we maybe don't spend enough time on it, because we're applying to 15 places at the same time instead of maybe choosing 3 places to apply to and doing it properly. Okay, and sometimes we just wait forever and a day, and next year we're in exactly the same place because we've waited too long before we've actually started. Okay, we just keep on going. So nearly lack of confidence, difficulty with creating introduction video and resume. Okay, so a lot of you have got exactly the same problem. Okay, so let's think about reasons why you might be here tonight, okay, or why you thinking of doing this. Okay, let's have a look at some of those reasons. Okay, so reason number 1 is you're an ESL teacher. You're already an ESL teacher, but maybe at some stage you lost your job due to the new regulations and stuff in China, or because of the fallout from the new regulations in China, you had massive pay cuts, okay? And that's filtered down through the years. Even though that happened a few years ago, it's caused this whole chain reaction where people are getting paid so much less than what they were paid before. Okay, so maybe you faced pay cuts and reduced teaching hours just because there's such a mass quantity of teachers now gearing up for the same jobs because of all those new rules that happened in China a few years ago. Okay, or maybe reason number 2 is I did see a couple of you are in classroom teachers, traditional teachers like I was, and you were tired of teaching back-to-back lessons with little free time, and now you want to take your skills out of the classroom and into the online world, and you want to create your own freedom-filled online teaching business, okay? Because that's what we're aiming for eventually. We're wanting this to become a teaching business so that you can have more time and more money freedom. Or maybe you're here for reason number 3 is you've never been a teacher before, but you're an educator at heart and you want to get started as an online ESL teacher, but you just don't know how to go about it and you just don't know how to get started. Okay, so where do you think you fall in? Are you number 1? You're an online ESL teacher who's tired of getting paid peanuts and the high stress environment of working for a company that doesn't value your services? Or are you number 2, a traditional teacher who wants to take their skills online by starting as an online teacher? Or are you an educator at heart and you want to find out how to go about getting started as an ESL teacher? Let's have a look and see where you all fit in. Okay, I see lots of number 2s coming up strong. Okay, number 3s as well. Those that haven't been before, I haven't actually seen any number 1s. Okay, number 1, Purity. Hi, Purity. Purity is in my membership. Okay. Oh, there's another number 1, Leah. Okay, so most of you are number 2 or number 3. Okay, you're not ever taught before and you're looking to get started. Okay, great. But whatever your motivation is and whatever your reason is, whether it's reason 1, reason 2, reason 3, I've got your back. Okay, I'm here to help you get started. Okay, so there's different paths that you can take, like when you're getting started. You can choose path number 1, which is probably the easy way out, and you choose not to start teaching online now. You continue working for a school, or you continue working as you are, wherever you are working, and you continue feeling stuck. You stay in your current situation of maybe being overworked and underpaid. You don't grow, you don't evolve, you don't adapt with the times, and you don't upskill yourself to stretch beyond the confinements of traditional teaching. And you stay an employee who works hard just to fill someone else's pocket. And you continue to lack freedom and have only 2 weeks of vacation per year, maybe, and you still feel uninspired, demotivated, and unhappy. And in a year from now, you think, I'm exactly the same place as what I was a whole year ago. Nothing has changed for me. I'm exactly where I was. Happy way. Okay, let's see. And part number 2 is you make that choice. You decide to start teaching online and start your journey towards your own teaching business. You decide what, where, who, how you teach. You claim back your power as a teacher and you commit to making life-altering changes in the way that you teach and the way that you live. You create your own schedule. You make the rules. You have to upskill yourself to stretch beyond the traditional teaching. Okay, you stretch yourself, you push yourself a bit. You invest in yourself through learning business and marketing skills. You invest in your education through mentors, business coaches, and courses. You absolutely love what you teach, and you become inspired and motivated by the world of opportunities and possibilities that's available to you as a teacher and as an educator. And in a year time, you think, wow, I've been able to do this all along. I've had the power all along to do this. And now you've created this awesome life for yourself. Okay. But you actually have to choose to do that. Okay. Let me just quickly let these people in. Okay. So which path are you going to choose? Path number 1. Okay, the easy way out. You don't start teaching online and you continue feeling overworked, uninspired, and unhappy, stressed, and unfulfilled. Or you go for path number 2, where you start teaching online and you work towards creating a life by your own design. You create your dream life with freedom, time, money, and a teacher. Let me know in the comments. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments below. As well, I'm going to go in and I'm going to watch all those comments on YouTube, okay, and have a look and see what you all have to say. Let's have a look. Everybody's coming out with number 2 here. Okay, so path number 2. Okay, time to get going, time to make a change. Okay, good job. Okay, so take a moment and imagine what your life could be like in a couple of years' time. If you escape the current restraints that you're in and you could start a teaching business that allows you more time and more money freedom. Okay, that allows you to create a life by your own design, that you're in control of how much you work and how much you earn. And this is what you could work towards as an online teacher. Maybe you're not going to start there in the beginning because maybe you have to start with an ESL company and you might have to work a lot of hours in the beginning to get where you want to. But after a couple of years, getting experience, you could become your own independent teacher and you could have your own teaching business where you could really have a lot of time freedom and money freedom. And it's definitely possible. So this is a life you can create for yourself. Okay, so but learning the skills and the knowledge is essential becoming a successful online teacher. And then moving into becoming a teaching business owner, which is the golden ticket to the freedom that you desire. An online teaching business will allow you to earn what you're worth, and it's going to allow you to free up your time so that you can spend more time with loved ones and do things that you're really passionate about in your life. But the first step towards getting there is to get prepared so that you can actually get hired as an online teacher, not procrastinate for another year, but actually start doing something so that you can get hired as an online teacher and starting working your way up to becoming a teaching business owner. Okay, so for me personally, I was really determined to learn the skills and strategies that I needed to become an online teacher. Okay, I wanted to not just work for an ESL company forever and a day, and it was a really good place to start. But for me, I wanted to learn the skills so that I could upskill myself and I could eventually become a teaching business owner so that I could have private students. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Kathy. I have two online teaching businesses, one where I teach and one where I am a mentor and I help teachers just like you get started in the online space. I love to travel, I love reading, I love meeting people from different countries, learning about their culture. I love family life and having time to spend with my family. I like setting goals and achieving them and helping other people to set goals and achieve them as well. And I'm extremely passionate about helping teachers create freedom in their lives and in the way that they teach. Uh, so I started teaching online in 2019. It feels like forever ago. And after about 6 months or so, I stopped working as an ESL teacher, and then I moved to a marketing platform, so that which allowed me to earn more an hour. And I became a teacher mentor, and I've helped hundreds of teachers earn an income online. Okay, so for me personally, where I am at the moment, I can create my own schedule. I can work to fit around my lifestyle. If I need to take time out for my family, I can schedule my classes like that. I can mix and match because I've been doing this for 6 years. I've got control over my income, my schedule, and my life. Okay, and which is really great. And I love doing what I do. So let me know in the comments, would it change your life if you could start earning an income from the comfort of your home or from anywhere in the world? Like if you had to go traveling, you could actually pick up your laptop and go traveling and you could still be earning income as you go along. So drop a hell yes in the comments if you're ready and you're excited to achieve this for yourself. Let's see who's excited to get started. Hell yes, hell yes, hell yes. That is my dream, 100%. Hell yes. Okay, hell yes. Good, good. I'm glad it's coming out strong here. Okay. And this is what you really want. Like you want to be passionate about it and you want to get started. Okay, make that change. Dream big. Okay. Good, guys. Okay. Okay, an online teaching business is your ticket to freedom as a teacher. Like you can escape the teaching trap that you're currently in, or you can create, or business trap, whatever you're in currently. You can create a life by your own design. You can earn way more than you could maybe by working for someone else, and you're going to experience true freedom. And you can teach what you're passionate about, and you can even build a legacy, okay? Because you can go into other things afterwards. Like you don't have to just work for ESL company forever. You can go and create your own products to sell. You can become a mentor. You can become a private tutor. There's just so many different avenues that you can actually go on to. But you have to start somewhere. And that's what we're wanting to get you to do is to really start getting started. Okay. But I know like when we go and we get started, we often have limiting beliefs. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to, I saw some people say that they're procrastinating about getting started because maybe you have some of these limiting beliefs, like I don't have all the skills or the knowledge to start teaching online. Like I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to learn about starting an online teaching business. I'm not cut out for being an online teacher. Okay, maybe that's what you think. Because sometimes we start doing our application and then these like thoughts come into our heads and it's like stops us from moving forward. Or you think, okay, I need to have like a business degree to run my own business, or I need more time to gain more experience before I start, or I need to work for a lower rate first so I can build up my experience, and I can't work for a lower rate, so then I just never start. Or limiting belief number 3 is believing that now isn't the right time. I'll start my business next year. I've got too much family responsibilities. I don't have the time right now. Having an online business is risky. I don't have the money to start a business. Okay, these are the kind of things that a lot of people have these limiting beliefs. So, have you ever had any of these beliefs where you have thought these thoughts? Like, let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced any of these limiting beliefs. And well, let me know what limiting belief that maybe you have had before. The unemployment trap. Okay, becoming unemployed. Self-doubt, self-doubt. Okay. And I think self-doubt often happens to us. Like you think, okay, I'm going to really go for this. I'm so excited to go for it. And then that self-doubt climbs in. Self-sabotage. Okay. English is not good enough. Self-doubt, scared to actually do it. Okay. So then you end up procrastinating and you don't end up actually doing it. Self-doubt. Okay. A lot of you, it's coming out as being scared and doubting yourself. Don't know where to start. Okay, definitely had self-doubts, becoming demotivated due to rejection. Okay, good. If you're watching in the comments, let me know what your limiting belief is as well. If you're watching the replay, I've done a teacher record certificate and now I'm hearing, yes, like you want to definitely look at doing another TEFL certificate because you might find it really hard to get a job with that. They've been red flagged, so it might be a bit difficult to get a job with that TEFL certificate. Again, go into the YouTube channel. I did put the YouTube channel link up earlier. I'll put it here again. Just save it. There's all the information that you need about TEFL on there. I've added it in. Okay, so there's another person that's that same TEFL certificate. Nervous about interviews and demo lessons. Okay, so when you start teaching, there's different types of online teaching. Okay, and you need to like really find the one that suits you. Okay, like you need to think about how do you start? And I would say, like, you need to probably think about what is your actual teaching experience before you start. And that can also help to determine which path you're going to take. Okay, so the one is you can, most people would start, and that's where I started, and that's teaching actively for an online school or online company. Okay, so an ESL company. You got there, you're probably going to get less money per hour, but there's a lot of advantages to it. Okay, we're going to go into more detail of it tomorrow. But like they're going to give you the students, they're going to pay you, they're going to do the advertising. You just have to show up and teach. Okay, so it's a good option if you've never done this before. Okay, then there's teaching on a marketing or an online platform. Okay, like Preply, Amazing Talker, italki. Okay, you need a little bit more experience maybe to teach on them because it's a lot more difficult to get started than it would be with an ESL company. An ESL company is going to give you a little bit of experience. Maybe they're going to pay you a little bit less, but you're going to walk away with that good experience. And then you can move on to a marketing platform, earn some more money, and you've got all the experience that you've gained working at an ESL company. And then once you've mastered working on a marketing platform, you can start teaching independently and have your own private students. Or you can do a mixture between the different ones, okay? So you'll see when you work for a ESL company, you're probably going to do like program-based teaching where they're going to have programs or they're going to have things for you, okay? And you just pitch up and you teach, okay? But when you're working on an online platform, marketing platform, where you're teaching independently, students are going to buy a certain amount of lessons from you, okay? They're going to buy 10, 20, 30, 40 lessons from you, and they want to achieve something in that amount of time that they've bought from you. So it's a bit different the way that it works with the two. So you want to see what path it is. There is a lot of ESL companies that don't require degrees. You just have to look around. There's a lot of them out there. And you're all right. And ESL companies pay a little bit, okay? So you need to look for one that pays a little bit more, not the $5 per hour. See that? That's insane to work for that. Okay, especially if they're looking for a degree on top of it. But really look around, and I would say don't just sign up to the first place. Like, do your homework. Go and do some reviews on the companies that you want to apply for. Like, go and see what do people say about them. Do they pay well? Do they actually pay you? Like you don't want to work like at one stage there were lots of people working for companies and the companies just weren't paying their teachers. Like 2 months, 3 months went past and they still hadn't paid them. Okay, so you want to make sure that you go in to apply to a company that actually pays you. So when you're working for an ESL company, you really make sure that they are legitimate and that they actually pay and what people say it's like working for them. So do a little bit of homework, do a little bit of research before you actually apply to those companies. Okay, so let's look at some fundamentals of starting as a thriving online teacher. Okay, so there's definitely a demand, even though like people say, oh, the time for teaching online English is over, but it's not. There's a really growing demand for English language skills globally. Like English is the universal language of communication in various fields, including business, tourism, and academia. Okay, so if you're going to study over people that study from one can go from one country to another country to study, they're going to probably have to learn English to study. Or some people have work in a global business company and they have to speak English because maybe they're dealing with French people, Southeast Asian people, South American people. Everybody speaks a different language. And so English is the language that is for everybody that most people will understand. And so that's why a lot of business English is very popular. Okay, people that go traveling from different countries, they want to maybe learn how to speak in a restaurant or how to speak English at an airport, or they want some basics. Okay, so those are all very, very popular. Many non-English speaking countries recognize the importance of English, especially for economic growth and for global competitiveness. So the demand for ESL teachers has still been increasing worldwide. Okay, but because things changed in China a lot with their rules and regulations, it did put, whereas a lot of people were teaching Chinese students maybe before, people started branching out and started teaching other kind of students. Okay, so like European students or maybe Southeast Asia or South American students. Okay, so there is still a demand for ESL teachers worldwide. Okay, so it's great to become an online ESL teacher because you're there, you can make an impact on your students' life. It really plays an important role in helping students to develop their language skills and enhance their confidence in English. It's amazing to see, like when I've had some students that have stayed with me for nearly 6 years now, and I've taught like, I don't know, 15,000 lessons online probably now. But you can see how a student starts with you, and if they've stayed with you over the years, how they start progressing, how they become more confident, and how they develop. And that is an amazing feeling. You're teaching somebody life skills that they can use in their life. So by teaching English, you can empower your students to pursue further education, career opportunities, cross-culture connections, and witnessing their progress is absolutely amazing. Okay. And it's so rewarding and so fulfilling. Like I've just had a student that started with me when maybe she was 5. She must have been 5. She's 10 now. And she's just done, last year she did the KET exam and she did better than, because KET is a A2 level, right? That's different levels of English. And she did so well, she actually got a B1, which is higher than the score that she was supposed to get. So this year she's doing the PET exam and she's like really learning and studying for that, and she's going to probably do that in a month's time. But it's amazing to see like how they progress and when they do really well with something and how you've helped them to achieve those goals. Okay, that's like really is an amazing feeling. Okay, so there's also like the reasons for becoming an online teacher is like flexibility. Like who's looking for flexibility or working from home or being able to travel and work? Like let me know in the comments. What is your reason for becoming an online teacher? Like I'm giving you some reasons here why you might want to become an online teacher, but what are your reasons for becoming an online teacher? You need to know your own why. Maybe you want to work part-time, maybe you want to work full-time, maybe you want to be a freelancer. And online teaching platforms enable you to teach from anywhere in the world. Okay, literally, you can pick up your laptop and you can go. Like my sister's just recently immigrated to New Zealand, and she was an online teacher here in South Africa, and she kind of didn't have to stop working, right? She maybe took 2 days off. She moved to a completely new country on the other side of the world, and she's still doing exactly what she was doing before she left here. So that's the great thing about it. Let's see what everybody says. Working from the comfort of my home, making money, that's my reason. Okay. Flexibility, want to work from home, flexibility, making some money, earning an income is always important. Flexibility. Okay. Like a lot of you, maybe some of you have got children, like it's being able to work around your children, maybe to work around your family, being able to go to those sports events you were never able to go to when you worked a full-time 9 to 5 job. Need to earn an extra income. Flexibility, travel, flexibility, definitely. Oh, and with the price of fuel now as well, isn't it nice to be able to work from home where you don't actually need to go out and sit in the traffic? Doing it part-time while working. Yes, you just need to work out like who you're going to teach. Like, because if you work on Preply or if you work on some, like if you're from South Africa, you could teach European students which would then be nighttime, and you could work at night and work at your other job during the day. So that's definitely possible. Obviously, if you're teaching Chinese students or Southeast Asia, Japan, those kind of students, you would have to probably work in the day. South American students would be early hours of the morning. So it kind of depends when you are what kind of hours you're wanting to work. I want to work from home, travel and make some money and to look after my family, to be able to have time with my kids. Okay, I like that. Okay, so potential for career advancement. Okay, so online teaching can serve as a stepping stone to various career paths within the field of education. Like you could become a curriculum developer, a teacher trainer, a teacher mentor, an interviewer. All of these options are available. Okay, online teachers often, sorry, I just want to let somebody in. Online teachers often have the opportunity to travel and work in different countries, experience new cultures, gain valuable international teaching experience. To make an impact on other people's lives, great, I like that. This is when the power, okay, power cut issues come in according to time zones. Okay, yeah. So obviously you have to look and see what time zone is going to suit you to work in. Like for me personally, I like teaching. Most of my students are Chinese students. I have a lot of Chinese students, Taiwanese students, Hong Kong students. I like that time zone because I mostly work from 11 in the morning until maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon, like on a busy day. And Saturdays and Sundays, I work early hours of the morning and stop at like lunchtime to have the afternoon off. But for me, that suits my way that I like to work. Then it gives me the night times to be able to do my teacher mentoring and stuff. But you've got to work out what works for you and what kind of time zone works for you. And that's the kind of companies that you're going to want to then apply to. Okay. So it's important to know what kind of hours you want to work as well. Okay. So one of the most important things is writing a clear, well-organized resume. Your resume is often the first impression that potential employers have of you as an ESL online teacher. And so a well-crafted resume can really help you stand out from other applicants and showcase your relevant qualifications and experience. It allows employers to quickly see your suitability for the role. And if your resume is not up to scratch, they're going to just chuck you out without even looking any further. And you're not going to get past that stage. So you want to include any relevant educational background, certification, and experience you have. Start with your contact information at the top. You can put a little photo there if you're wanting to. It's not necessary, but you can include it if you want to. Include your full name, your phone number, your email address, and your LinkedIn profile if you've got that. Include your educational background, highlighting any degrees or certificates that's relevant to ESL teaching. Mention any specialized skills or knowledge that's related to the ESL teaching context, such as experience with teaching specific age groups or proficiency levels. Okay, so then you want to emphasize your accomplishments and achievements in previous roles that you've had. Include a section that highlights your previous teaching experience, mentioning the institutions or companies you worked for and how long you've done it. Provide specific examples of accomplishments, like you might have had if you've had any innovative teaching strategies. And think about your achievements, such as mentioning the number of students maybe that you've taught or the percentage of students who improved their language skills. But if you've never been a teacher before, you want to think outside of the box, okay? What can you put in here, okay? So think about what you've done in your life, in your daily life, that can help you, that you can put towards teaching. Like, have you taught staff? Have you been a manager? Have you, like, think about business wise what you've done before. Have you been a Sunday school teacher? Have you done babysitting? Have you done a homework group? Like, use all of those kind of things and think outside the box and think about what you can put in your resume that's going to help to improve your chances as getting in as an ESL teacher. Okay, and then the most important thing, and I can't stress that enough, is you need to go and look and see. Say you're applying to at Kasak, okay, let's just take an ESL company, and you have found a job advert, okay, and the job advert says they want this, 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 and this. Okay, these are the requirements they want you to be able to have. Okay, now you need to take your CV and you need to take those things that they have in their description and you need to put it into your CV so that your CV matches the requirements of your target job. If you don't do that, they're just going to reject you because you're not showing that you've got what they're asking you to have. So you need to review the job description and identify the key skills and qualifications that they are looking for. This is really important, guys. And then customize your resume according to that and ensure that you highlight the most relevant aspects of your experience and your skills. Like, use strong action verbs and measurable achievements to demonstrate your abilities, okay? Like, make yourself, like, look and see what are they asking for and match yourself according to that. Okay, so consider using a clean professional resume template that's easy to read and navigate. Read your resume carefully to avoid any spelling or grammar errors, and make sure your resume is concise and does not exceed 2 pages, okay? Like 1.5 pages ample. Don't go past that, because often you're going to find that it is not an English speaker that is going to be reading your resume. And if you've got pages and pages and pages of stuff, they're just going to lose it and they're going to put it to one side. It's going to be too much for them to review it. Okay, so this is really important. You'll see in the bonuses that I'm sending out at the end, after the 3 days, for those that have attended all 3 days, there's going to be a template in there. There's going to be a resume template. Okay, I know Nofundu's asking here. There's going to be a resume template there, and you are going to be able to take that template and you'll be able to put your stuff in it, okay? So that's going to be part of the package you're going to get at the end of this session. Also, you'll see in the emails that I sent you, there is a link for the free teacher community. Like, join the free teacher community. There's lots of resources in there as well. I think there's actually is a CV template in there as well. So make sure that you've joined that free teaching membership, because it's there for you guys to support each other and ask questions. And okay, it's just a free community for online teachers. Okay, you'll see the link for that is in all the emails I've been sending out. Yes, exactly. Okay, so Shanez, that's good. Okay, so what you've researched so far is if you have no formal teaching experience, your resume should focus on transferable skills and likely mentorship if you've done it. That's why I'm saying to you, think outside of the box and think about what have you done before in your life that you can put in, that you can transfer to making it into that. Like I know some people have worked in banks, okay? Like you can take that, or some people have been worked in corporates. You can take all of those things and put what you've done, um, and you can put that towards and make it, change it so that it matches to what an ESL position. Okay. Like maybe you want to work with adults or maybe you want to work with kids. Like you need to think like what kind of niche that you're wanting to also work with. Okay, so then let's go on to the introduction video. So the purpose of a self-introduction video for a job application, it's often requested by your employers during like the first little bit, okay? They're going to ask you for your intro video. So my advice always, and with my teaching community, like my paid teaching community that I have, I always say to people before you start applying, make sure your introduction video is done. So that when you start applying, all of these things are done. You're not running around trying to create a CV, trying to create an introduction video. You're going to be put under pressure and it's not going to come out right. Okay, so make sure you get this done before you start applying. Like get all of this pre-work done. No photo, you're gonna just put like short lines of everything. Okay. Like you don't want to put a lot of info in and a lot of writing in. Like you gotta keep it short and precise because they don't want to see like a long thing. Like an ESL CV and resume is a little bit different to applying to other jobs. Okay, so there's like a specific way that you need to do it. You have to summarize it. Okay, so self-introduction video is very important because it helps your employer or like your prospective employer to really get a better sense of your personality, your teaching style, and your communication skills. Okay, this is where you can shine. It allows you to showcase your enthusiasm, and your ability to engage with students effectively. And a well-crafted self-introduction video can help to improve your chances of securing a job. Okay, so it's really important. Okay, sorry, I've gone backwards. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So some tips are introduce yourself really confidently. Begin by saying what your name is. Okay, your introduction video can be between 60 to 90 seconds. Again, don't go over 90 seconds. Okay, some companies ask you for a 30-second introduction video, and that's really short, okay, and very difficult to do. Okay, but a lot of them, if you have a pre-done one that's between 60 and 90 seconds, you kind of are safe, okay? You could even then make a shorter one that you have as a backup, like a 30-second one. So like I would say have a 30-second one done, do your normal 60 to 90 seconds, which is going to be your main one. And then if you're thinking of maybe applying to some kids places or to some adult places that are separate, you can maybe make a kids video and an adults video separately. It's up to you what you're wanting to do. But I would definitely have my main one as like between 60 to 90 seconds long. Okay. But you'll see that is kind of the most of them would ask for between a minute and a half. There's a few companies out there that ask for 30 seconds, but that's like really difficult to do it in 30 seconds. Okay. So begin by stating your name, your educational background, and your relevant teaching experience. Briefly explain your passion for teaching and your love for language learning. Highlight any relevant teaching experience that you have and your qualifications. Share details about any previous teaching experience you've had. Include your age groups that you've maybe taught. Emphasize your certificates, like say that you have a TEFL certificate or any degree or other teaching qualifications that you have. If you have experience with specific teaching methodologies or digital teaching platforms, you can mention them as well. But again, don't make it too long. Showcase your enthusiasm for teaching and connecting with your students, and express your genuine excitement for helping students learn and improve their skills. Share specific strategies or approaches you use to motivate and engage your students in learning, and keep your video concise and focused. Okay. Some companies ask for longer videos, but I would definitely not say that. Okay. I would say you want to be between 60 to 90 seconds and you're safe. Okay. Because you want to maintain their attention. If it's going too long, they just also going to not do it. Like someone sent me an introduction video to review the other day, and it was like so long. It was like 4 minutes or 5 minutes. And I said, I didn't even watch it because I said, just go back and make it shorter. Like it's so important, because if someone's going to be watching this that doesn't even speak English as their first language, they're definitely going to lose it after a minute and a half. Okay, make sure that you practice beforehand to ensure that you deliver your message clearly. I would say script it first, like write out what you're wanting to say, and then practice it, time yourself, see how it is, like speak to a mirror so you can get used to seeing yourself, and then maybe record yourself a couple of times and choose the best recording to do, and then you can edit it afterwards. Okay, make sure that you use appropriate lighting and sound and background, because again, remember, they looking to see like what your lighting is as well. Okay, and make sure that your face is clearly visible. Use a microphone or headset to make sure that you got clear audio, and choose a clean professional background that minimize distractions. Okay, so like make sure that you like don't like have funny sounds on your videos. Like sometimes people record their videos and there's like these background like humming and noises in the background. So like try and make sure that you get like a clear audio when you're busy doing it. Your self-introduction video is an opportunity to really make a positive impression on potential employers. So be authentic, engaging, and professional throughout your recording. Okay, so consider rehearsing your self-introduction multiple times to feel comfortable and confident before you start your introduction, before you start your recording. Okay. Then the other thing that you have to do is you have to be able to pass a demo lesson. And this is where some people get really nervous, okay? And this is where they like stop because they don't want to do the demo lesson. They get scared. So it's really important to understand what the actual requirements are from whichever company you're applying to and what their objectives are. Like before the demo lesson, carefully look and see what are the requirements and what are the objectives that the institute or the company gives you. Understand who the audience is, like how old are they? What's the age group? Like are they a beginner? Are they intermediate? Are they an advanced student? What specific language skills must you focus on? Are you focusing on grammar? Are you focusing on communication skills? Are you focusing on writing, reading? Okay, find out. Phonics, maybe it's phonics. Familiarize yourself with any teaching materials that they give you and what is expected to use during the demo. Okay, like most ESL companies will give you the materials that you are going to be expected to use for a demo lesson. The problem comes in when you have to do a demo lesson, maybe for a marketing platform. Maybe they might not give you the materials because you have to provide your own materials. But most ESL companies will give you the materials. Okay, so really research who the target audience is and adapt your teaching style. A lot of companies you can go and like say you were applying to Palfish or you applying to ECOSOC or you're applying to Native Camp, like lots of those well-known companies, if you go onto YouTube and you search those companies, search demo lessons for ECOSOC or demo lessons for Native Camp, demo lessons for Palfish, you're going to come up with a whole lot of videos that people they have maybe put on. Go and watch them and go and see like what have people done before with their demo lessons. It will give you like some tips as well. Okay. And then really think about like who is the culture that you are busy teaching, okay? Because that might influence their learning experience as well. So adapt your teaching style and your introduction techniques and materials to suit the needs and the interest of your actual student. Plan interactive and engaging activities. Okay, most of the time, if you're going to be doing it with an ESL company, they're going to give you what they want you to teach, but make sure you've got some props and some things that you can use while you're busy doing it. Just want to see here. There's a message. Palfish does hire South Africans. Okay, they go through hiring stages, so you've got to just look and see if they're open, but they do hire South Africans. There are a lot of South Africans that work for Palfish. The thing I don't like about Palfish is that you have to teach on your phone, so it's like really small. But I know that there is a way that you can adapt to connect your phone to your laptop. So it still sees your phone, but you like working on your laptop, okay? And then that's like a lot easier. It's very difficult just to teach on your phone. It's so small. Okay, so make sure that you developed a well-structured lesson plan. Okay, that you have a good warm-up activity, you have the main content, and you have a concluding activity. Okay, especially if you're having to do the lesson plan yourself. Okay, if they're not giving you the stuff, make sure that you have a variety of activities in it, role plays, games, like multimedia resources if you're doing your own thing, okay? Make sure that you get some things in. Okay, so ensure that the activities are aligned with the lesson goals and that you make sure that you are giving your students enough talking time, okay? So 70% talking time from students, 30% talking time from you, okay? Completely different to teaching in the classroom. Okay, so make sure everything has to have like good props, multi-visual, like it has to be interactive. Okay, you don't want them to be bored during your lesson. Okay, have flashcards, have real life objects. Like I've got a whole chest of drawers that side that's got all my props and stuff in, like that I take out and that I use for my students. Okay, make sure that you're keeping them active and engaged all the time. So like it's important they're going to be checking to see that you're managing your behavior of your classroom, that you manage your classroom effectively, that you're managing your time. If they've told you this is a 20-minute lesson, that you're doing what they're doing and you're getting through the lesson and the materials that they're giving you within the amount of time that they've given you. Do not go over time. Do not go under time either. Okay, make sure you're engaging your students throughout the whole lesson and encourage them to participate. Ask them questions, like have a backup activity that if the student is like so bright or so more advanced than you think they're going to be, and they get through your lesson material too quickly, that you've got something that you can extend the lesson with if you need to. Okay, so a backup. Incorporate techniques to accommodate different learning styles and create a supportive, inclusive learning environment. Okay, it's so important. And then afterwards, maybe they would ask you for some feedback, okay? And when you have finished and you've done your demo lesson, ask them for some feedback, okay? Like even if you didn't pass your demo lesson, like you need to go and ask them for feedback so that you can see what they didn't like about you or what didn't go well, so that you can take that and when you do your next demo lesson, you know what to improve and what not to do the next time. Okay, so it's really important. Like also transition in between different slides. You don't want like dead air. Like you don't want to be times when you're trying to work out your tech and stuff and you're not talking to your students or your students not talking. Like you need to like see what can you do to go from one slide to your next slide without having like a dead time. So like you're still talking about the one slide as you're going into the next slide. Okay, so those are all things that you can practice to help uh, run a smooth lesson. Okay, and I'm going to just quickly go through some of the essential equipment that we need tonight before we finish. Okay, so number one is like people often ask me, do I need a laptop? Do I need a computer? And the answer is yes. Okay, it's really important. This is what you need for teaching online. A reliable computer or laptop is the cornerstone of your online teaching career. So you've got to make sure that your device meets the system requirements for your chosen online teaching platform. So make sure when you're applying to a job again, go and look and see what they require and does your laptop or your computer, does it match their requirements? Okay. Because otherwise you're not going to get any further. They're going to look at, and you can't lie because they're going to check your software while they're busy online with you. Okay. So it's not something that you can lie about because they're going to probably check it. Okay. So you need to make sure that you have a device with a strong enough processor, you've got ample RAM and sufficient storage space, which is going to provide smooth operations during virtual classes and minimize any technical glitches. As soon as your computer starts getting full and you don't have memory on it, you're going to start getting glitches in your program, especially if you're using things like ClassN, which takes up a lot of CPU. If you see your computer is going to start running slower and slower and slower, you're going to have a lot of glitches that is going to start kicking you out. So you have to make sure that your laptop or your computer has enough space and enough time. Okay, like those Lenovo ones are good, but just need to make sure that you've got enough ample RAM, you got enough on it. Okay, so I think if you go into the free school membership that's there, the teaching community, like under the classroom, I have added a PDF with some specs and stuff in of computer of things that you need. Okay, so go in there, check it out. I saw someone asking me about their laptop. Like go in there and just download that PDF. You'll see there kind of what you need to buy. Okay, high-speed internet connection. Okay, so you need a stable high-speed internet connection. Okay, and most places in South Africa nowadays do have fiber. So make sure that you have a download speed of at least 10 megabytes per second and an upload speed. Okay, your upload is just as important as your download. So make sure that you have at least 10 of each. Some companies even require you to have 20. Okay, I have a 200 megabytes per second line. And even with that, I don't always get that amount of speed. Okay, and if you don't have that, consider upgrading your internet plan. Okay, so it's really important. Or you can I can't do it because I've got a MacBook and it doesn't work. But if you've got your internet connection, you can plug it directly into your computer. It makes for a much faster and much more reliable internet connection. It just depends what kind of computer you have, but you can't do it with the Apple. Okay, then your microphone and your webcam. Okay, so like if you have like a MacBook, your camera is usually quite good with that. And then I just use headphones and a noise cancelling microphone, all in one headset. Okay, those gaming headsets that you get from Takealot, they like really good. So just make sure that it says that it has noise cancelling ability and that it works with your computer. Because once I bought one and it was not compatible with my computer. So make sure it's compatible with your computer. Okay. So you want to make sure that you've got an interactive whiteboard or a digital tablet. Okay, like most programs like Zoom or ClassN, they come with an inbuilt whiteboard. How do you check your download speed? You just put in speed test. Like go to Google, click speed test, it comes up, and then you click test, and it will give you your download and it will give you your upload speed. Okay, so that's all you need to do. Some companies, when you apply for the job, will say to you to send them a speed test. Okay, so then you have to do a speed test and you have to send it to them. Okay, so like you'll see I think a lot of programs nowadays have those whiteboards, the digital whiteboards that are attached to them because it's really nice. Like if you want to do writing exercises and stuff, your students are able to use those whiteboards. Okay, like even Zoom has got that as well. Okay, so some people use a document, camera or visualizer, like just to kind of capture things or to put like images into real time. Okay, I don't really use that. Okay, but some people do use that. Light equipment, proper lighting is essential to ensure that that you can see your students clearly. Okay, so natural lighting is ideal if you have a good, like I have this, like in the day I open those curtains, but at some stage of the day the sun shines directly here, then it's not ideal. Then I'll close my curtains at that time and I have other LED lights. Okay, ring lights are good. You have those. I really want to see, like I see a lot of my Chinese students actually have desk lamps that come over your computer now and they like shine from over here. They're really awesome. So I want to see if I can, they eliminate shadows and everything. I want to see if I can get one of those. Okay, sometimes you need to do some screen recordings because sometimes your students might want you to record the lesson. Okay, and that's if you're on a marketing platform. Most ESL companies will record the lesson that you do. Okay, so just be aware that they are recording most of the time because they will send it to parents afterwards. And then online teaching platforms like you, obviously if you're working for ESL company, they're going to have their own requirements, but you want to make sure that you're going to start getting familiar with most of these. Okay, so like Zoom, Google Meetings, Microsoft Teams is very popular with European companies now. Adobe, Connect, ClassIn. Okay, there's Voove as well, which is also another Chinese one, which is similar to Zoom. It's free. So a lot of people like to use that. I hate it. It doesn't work with the Apple computer at all. It's like really glitchy. But if you've got another kind of computer, then apparently it works really well. Okay, it's very similar to Zoom. All the features are exactly like Zoom's, except it doesn't work well on an Apple computer. Okay, and then I didn't actually put this in, but I'm going to not do this now. But you need to have a backup power supply as well, okay? Especially if you are from South Africa, they might ask you for backup supply. So make sure that you've got a UPS or you've got an inverter or something that you can take a photo of and send to them, okay? And they might want to know like how long it lasts for as well. If you have load shedding, I'm in touch wood, we haven't had load shedding for a while. But if you do have load shedding, like what have you got in place to help, okay? And also like a backup supply if your internet goes down. Like what are you going to use? Like I might use my mobile data, okay? Like do you have enough data on your phone so that you can switch to your mobile data if your internet provider goes down? Like these are all things that that are essential to running smoothly and not giving yourself an anxiety attack. Okay, so why people don't get hired, like is common reasons that your applications get ignored is because you have weak introduction videos or you have generic resumes. You've just copied somebody else's resume. You only apply to one company or you apply to 20 companies and you don't know which companies you apply to. Your lack of confidence, poor lighting and audio, giving up too quickly. Okay, these are often reasons why people don't get hired. So some people apply once to one company only, they get rejected and then they stop. They never apply again. But rejection is completely normal in online teaching. So most successful teachers have applied to multiple times, to multiple companies. They've improved as they've gone along and they've kept learning. Okay. They've upskilled themselves. And that's what I want you to understand tonight. Okay. Let's look at, we haven't had some interaction for a while. Okay. Interactive poll. What do you think is hardest for you right now? Is it your resume, your introduction video, your confidence, your interviews, or knowing where to apply? Sorry, my voice is so dry from talking for so long today. It was my long day today. B, okay? Introduction videos and knowing where to start. Intro videos and knowing where to apply. Knowing where to apply, E, at this point, all of the above. Okay, C and E. All okay. And I think confidence like has a lot to play. And confidence comes from practice. Like the more you practice, the more confident you become. Okay, so what actually works? Okay, I just like this is a good strategy. Like step one is to improve your application. Step two is apply to multiple companies. Like not too many though, like 5. Choose 3 to 5 companies. Practice your interviews and improve and continue. Like keep doing that. Keep practicing and keep doing it, okay? Do it in batches. Like tomorrow, we're going to look at resume improvements, how to improve on our resumes, how to have better introduction videos. We're going to look at some good versus bad examples and what makes applications stand out. So tomorrow is very practical and very interactive. Okay, because we want to start thinking about like how we can fix our applications so that we can get hired. Okay, just a bonus reminder. So if you attend all 3 sessions or you watch the replay and engage on the YouTube channel, I did give you that link earlier. The replay is there. Okay, you're going to get the Get Hired Fast Toolkit, which has a resume guide in it. It has video scripts, an interview guide, application checklist, and a company guide. Okay, so that's going to come to you at the end of the 3 days. And I just want to tell you about a little bit about the paid membership that I have. It's a very small group of people so that you have some individual attention. So anyone who wants help and guidance to guide you over everything to help you build an online teaching business and to attract high-paying clients while using proven methods. Okay. Yes, like Lindy, there's a whole section on TEFL. On there, you'll see there's a playlist on TEFL. So go in there and go and have a look and go through the TEFL videos. I think there's 5 of them altogether, and it takes you through all the different aspects about the TEFL. Okay, so talking about membership. Okay, so mentorship. Okay, so option number 1 is you can go this alone with no guidance and no support from anybody. Okay, you can Google everything. This runs a risk of you struggling to lay a solid foundation and missing the mark on attracting and converting students. Like for me in the beginning, like I just did it alone, okay? And then eventually I decided I needed some help and I got some mentorship and I started upskilling myself so that I could earn more an hour, okay? Because I didn't want to keep on earning $8 an hour for the rest of my life. Okay, option 2 is you can 100% commit to taking action and changing the trajectory of your life by becoming a successful online teacher so that you can claim back your power and freedom as a teacher. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about my membership. You can try and apply with that TEFL certificate, but the chances are that you might get rejected, okay? Because it's red flagged. So a lot of companies are not going to accept that TEFL certificate. You can take a chance though and see how far you get. Maybe you'll get a low paying job with that. But if I were you, I would go and get a proper certificate. The problem with that TEFL certificate is it's free. Lots of people have cheated the answers, and there was like a thing going out where you could download the answers, I think, for it, okay, for all the different units. And then so like your certificate's not really worth anything then, because like you haven't really learned anything. People have just gone and copied the answer, haven't done the real assignments, and so it's been red flagged and it's not really accepted. Go and watch the videos that are on the YouTube channel. Okay, I'm not going to go into all the different certificates now because it takes too much time, the TEFL stuff. Go watch those videos on the YouTube channel. Like you'll see they're all in there. Okay. So what you will get, I'm going to take a screenshot at the end of every session. Sorry, we're just talking about the bonuses, so that I can collate who's been here for all 3 nights. Okay, so at the end, I'm going to just take some screenshots of everybody. Okay, we're nearly at the end. Okay, so how to build. So in this membership, you're going to look at how to build a solid foundation for your online teaching business using proven methods, how to create a teaching brand that stands out and attracts the right people, how to navigate tech. We help you to remove, like if you're having technical issues, we'll definitely help you to look at how you can navigate your tech and become more confident without having that overwhelm. Okay, we look at how to create and deliver a successful demo lesson. You're going to know how to build a successful resume. You're going to learn how to create a successful career as a teacher. You're going to learn how to manage and run your own business, provide you with templates, trackers, worksheets. There's so much stuff that you can get around every step going forward. Okay, like every month we do a workshop, like a 5-day workshop where you're going to be learning something, and there's always trackers and there's workbooks and there's everything to really help you along your way. Okay, so like if you're really wanting guidance and you're really wanting help, then you're wanting to get into this membership. Okay, we teach you how to overcome common problems in the classroom. You're also going to know the step-by-step process to like how to ace a child lesson. Okay, there's lots on different child lessons. Okay, Shanez, that's exactly the problem with that TEFL certificate. Okay, I don't want to really say the name. Okay, but that's why a lot of people have had to redo the TEFL certificate. Okay, because it's not worth going and applying for it, and you're not going to get accepted. Okay, so included in the membership is my Let's Get Hired course. Okay, it's a 6-module course. I used to sell it separately, which I think it used to sell for like about 4,000 Rand, okay, for the course, but it's included for free in the membership. Okay, so there's 6 modules. It teaches you everything you need. There's about 80 or 90 videos, lessons in it. It goes all the way from introduction on to teaching ESL, to different teaching platforms, to how to apply for a PayPal account, how to apply for a Payoneer account, how to apply for a Wise account. What else does it teach you? It teaches you how to use Classroom, how to use Zoom. It teaches you how to save an introduction video, how to create an introduction video. Like literally everything you need to know is in this course, and this is included in the membership. Okay. Sorry, that's okay. And I want to go past this. Okay, so it costs, and I think it's not even 450 Rand because our exchange rate is different at the moment. So it's $25 a month. That's what it stays at. But $25 is about, let me just look quickly. 25 times. It's about 410 Rand or 415 Rand. Okay. Um, and that's per month. You can stay in it for as long as you want to. If you only want to go in for a month, you can stay for a month. If you want to be in it long term, I have quite a few people that are in it for long term that I can keep continuously helping you. You can stay in it for as long as you want, as long as you cancel before your next membership is due. Okay, so that's kind of the cost of it. Okay, what you get inside the Teach English with Kathy B membership is you get weekly content drops. Okay, you get daily motivation and focus. It's really like you get 2 monthly live Zoom calls, and probably we're having more than that now at the moment because I've changed it a little bit where I'm doing like a week of like workshop. Then so you could probably get in about 3 live sessions there and 2 pre-recorded sessions. You get in 1 Q&A a month, and then we also do demo lessons every month. Okay, so practice demo lessons, and I've been doing them twice a month at the moment on a Thursday. So if you want to practice a demo lesson, I can give you the materials. You can come and you have 25 minutes to deliver your demo lesson, and then I will give you feedback about your demo lesson, and you can keep doing that until you find you are confident with doing demo lessons. Okay, so that's included as well. I'm going to have some guest speakers coming in to teach you things like growing a business and some things that I can't teach you with. There's a whole resource library full of templates, checklists, lesson ideas, icebreakers, platform comparisons, startup guides, just everything you need. And it's all under the templates, under resources. You are not alone there. Those that are on it and part of it have my WhatsApp number, and most people will send me their info via WhatsApp, and I look at your introduction video and help you with your introduction video. We look at your script, and then I will tweak your script for you. You'll go back, you fix it until it's right, then you'll start recording it. Then I'm going to look at your video and give you feedback on your video and your CV. We're going to do it until it's right. Okay. So this is all the help that you get on the paid membership. Okay. And then the help with the introduction videos, this is reserved strictly for the people that are on this membership. Okay. That's what you do get. And then obviously you have access to me whenever you need it via WhatsApp. Okay. It's $25 a month. And I will put the link in when I go out of this. Okay, so it's really going to help you to take away the feeling of uncertainty, the feeling of failure. Okay, trading many hours for dollars, being stuck in the same teaching cycle and not knowing what to do. Okay, it's going to help to remove all of those things because you're going to get so much support. You're going to get so much help with all the things that you have really been struggling with, and you're actually going to start taking action, and you're going to start applying for those jobs, and you're going to start getting hired. Okay. I know lots of you think maybe I don't have time for it, it's too expensive, but this really does help you get started and get a move on. And like I said, you don't have to stay forever in it. If you only stay for 1 month, you stay for 1 month. If you want to stay for 3 months, you stay for 3 months. If you want to stay for a year, you stay for a year. Okay, it's completely up to you, depending how much support and how much help you are wanting to have. Okay, I'm going to go out of this. And then I'm going to put a link for that in now. Oh, yes, and I did forget. Oh, there you all are. Let me take a photo of everybody. Well done to those of you who have got your cameras open. Okay, that's a good way to practice, is to start seeing yourself. Okay. Let me just get the last one. Okay. Okay, so I have everybody from tonight. I go back to here. Okay, and then I'm going to put in the link for the membership. Let me just quickly get it. I think you've all got the YouTube link. Hopefully you've saved that. Okay, and then this is the link for the membership. And at the moment, I have a special on this month that there is 7 days free access. So you have a 7-day free trial. Okay, and after the 7 days, it's going to charge you. So if you don't want to stay in after the 7 days, you have to just make sure you cancel before the end of the 7 days. Okay. Hello, Purity. I can see your camera is open. Okay. There's the membership. There is the membership link. Okay, let's see if anyone's got any more questions. Pop it in quickly so that I can answer it before we end tonight. TEFL University is a bit too expensive for me. Okay, really go and watch that video. I've put like a comparison and everything in it on the TEFL because I know everyone always has a lot of TEFL questions. Okay, so go watch those TEFL questions. Go watch those TEFL videos. I'm going to send out an email with all the info for tomorrow a little bit later. There's going to be a link for the catch up if you haven't. There is also going to be, I will load it onto the free membership pack group. There is going to be like a little worksheet for tonight that I'm going to send out for you guys. But those people that attend all 3 will get the nice little booklet at the back. And don't worry, if you are in the paid membership, you're going to get that booklet anyway. You don't have to attend all 3 days. Like Purity, you're in the membership, so you'll automatically get that. Okay. And I will put the membership link in the email as well, okay? So that will be there. Yes, you can be a beginner and you can get hired by more companies. I would just say if you're working for one or more than one company, you need to be really careful that you don't overbook yourself, okay? So you need to really be careful how you do your schedule. I would say start with one company first, get familiar with that company, and then add a second company onto it afterwards, okay? Then, like, you've got to work out how you're going to close your schedule and open your schedule to the other company, okay? So you're going to have certain times with the one company and certain times with the other company so that you don't get double booked. Because the last thing you want to do is get double booked. Lindy, yes, just for this week. Okay. Okay. Good job, everybody. And thank you very much for attending. And I will see everybody same time tomorrow. I'm going to send out the emails with the replay link on it. And have a very good night. And I'll see you all back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.